What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. We are sitting at $319, guys, and this is a little bit lower than I personally would have expected we would go a few days ago, right? Originally back here, I was thinking that we would hold this kind of higher low structure. Obviously, we did not. I did say if we broke that, I was expecting 320 to 325 to hold, I believe is what I said, and we did not hold that. We went as low as $309, so definitely a little bit lower than expected, a little bit above average volume even on this move down. It looks somewhat scary, but to be completely fair, from this relative low here to this relative high, come on now, we are right in the golden ratio zone, right in the 61869 zone, an area that Bitcoin Cash loves to hang out around, right? It likes to go there and then move on up, or go there from the downside, right? Move up and then move down, whatever. This is a perfect area to turn around, is all I'm trying to say, and I do think it does. I think holding it, not closing below the 618 over the past few days when you could have, I think that's a testament of strength right there in itself. You do have a lower low in your daily RSI while maintaining a higher low in the price. That is hidden bullish divergence. We have two higher lows, right? Low here, higher low, higher low. We've even got some higher highs relative to this here. So hidden bullish divergence within this kind of segment in the RSI tells me that we probably will go up, and not just go up, but see a higher high than this. So that's all to be expected, you know. Whether you know, I was calling for the price to go down here, whatever, not break that line. Maybe I said if it did break that line that we'd probably hold this area. I forget what I said. I think it was 320, 325. I'm not 100% sure. But whatever. We went down, so what, right? It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It doesn't even matter in the very short scheme of things, right? This is just a minor, like 3-day, 4-day, maybe a 5-day detour at the most. Next week, we're going to be rocking and rolling. I definitely do believe we're going to move up, right? I mean, the last two lows that we've had, right? Look at how we've come out of them, right? You've got these nice little V's coming out, right? It's pretty quick. So, like, literally how long it took to come down, you moved up faster. How long it took to come down, you moved up in 3 days versus like 6 days here. So if this took us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to find the low, I bet, and I'm not saying it starts now, but within a 3-day, 4-day span, I bet that we are up above. I guess I am saying it starts now, if this is the low. And the only reason, or one of the main reasons that I'm confident that is the low, again, is that from a relative low to a relative high here, you are in the golden ratio zone. It makes sense. You've got higher lows going on, finding support at a previous area of support, at a previous area of support, at a previous area of support. It makes sense, right? You're at the base of this overall consolidation phase. It would make sense that you go up. And when you do go up, when we start to get above this $400 zone, and that's why I think it's so, we're having such a hard time with this area, is that I think once we go above it, we're not coming back here, guys. Like, we're done. You know, we're moving up after that, right? And this is a very key area in Bitcoin Cash's existence. I've talked about it before in another video, but let's just go back, right? All the way back. Oh, it doesn't go all the way back because it's the Binance chart. Let's go to Coinbase. Right here, right here, for whatever reason, we have this big gap, right? Just massive selling pressure. That's the reason, I guess, right? Not enough orders to fill the books, man, on a 24-hour, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day asset. Like, that's a pretty big gap, right? We are struggling. We're finding turbulence in this gap, right? We're at 319 now. We were at 340 earlier, right? Even at 360 at one point, which is like the upper limits of this gap. We're struggling in this gap because for whatever reason, it's been super significant throughout Bitcoin Cash's history. And I'll just kind of show you, right? And I think it's not for whatever reason. It's a very significant gap, and that kind of price action does leave a mark in most charts, right? But you can see a little turbulence here, right? Broke above it, found support on it even, right? Didn't go too far above it, but when you broke back into this range, you found support on the bottom end of this range, right? While we're finding resistance near the top end, finding resistance here again, finding a little bit of support on it even, right? Resistance here on the bottom line, support here on the bottom line, resistance and support, right? Definitely showing respect on it throughout this thing's history. You can go back in time and just that little, from the top to the bottom of the gap, it's not always respected, right? But even whenever, like, you do this, look at this, you're finding it as resistance. You're finding it as resistance, right? You're finding this as support, right? Even if you are just blasting straight through it, you still do show respect. So all I'm trying to say is this little gap that was set up back in Bitcoin Cash's very first, like, existence of a year. It might have been, I think it was within its first year of existence. If not, it was definitely its first bear market. Either way, it's no wonder that we're finding turbulence, right? It's no wonder we're finding turbulence in this gap. I believe once we get through it, we're done. Like we're never going to see these prices again. I very much do believe that, right? And I know that's kind of a joke. I know I've said these things before, right? Like back here, whenever we were high and mighty at $720, I was like, I don't think we're going below $400 again. Well, I was wrong about that. I can be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. But I've been right before, and I will be right again too. And this could be one of those moments where I'm right, where I'm calling for when we break out of this zone, when we continue upwards. The reason why I believe we're finding so much turbulence in the first place is because I think it's a very significant area, and we are literally on our kind of last call, all aboard, trains leaving the station, right? We're never going to see the sun again. I think that's why we're finding some turbulence here. That and obviously the overall crypto space is finding turbulence too. I'm aware of what's going on in the world, guys, with Israel and Iran, however you want to pronounce it, right? I'm aware of that. I don't think that it's going to get as intense as people might assume it is. I think the media has a way of blowing things up, but I'm a positive guy, man. I'm not a doomsday, what do they call it, doom and gloomer. I'm not one of those guys. So, I definitely do pay attention to the media, but I don't let it affect my analysis personally. And that took a while for me to really get used to. But if you're new to the markets, and you want to let the media affect your decisions in the markets, that's up to you. But anytime I've done that, it's been a bad idea, man. So my best advice, and it's not financial advice, do what you want, but just be don't worry about like the world news right now, right? Crypto's bullish. Things are very bullish. I think the media is there to mess with you. I think it's a head trip, and I don't think that I don't want to downplay or belittle anything that's going on over in the Middle East right now, right? It's very serious. It's very sad stuff, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to impact the markets right now. I think a lot of people might be thinking, oh, this is because of what's going on. This is what's happened over the past couple of days. This is why we're dropping. This is why we're dropping. We dropped like 10%. What, like if this was some kind of negative drop due to world events, like people thinking we're going into World War III, we would dump, dude. It wouldn't be tame like this. It wouldn't be a higher low, right? We wouldn't get somewhat above average volume. It would be very intense. So I don't think that. All that to say, I got a little sidetracked there. I don't think that's going to have too much of an effect on the markets. This might have been it at all, if it was an effect at all. I do believe once we break out of here, it's a very significant meaning in the charts. It has significant meaning to me. I think the reason why we're having a hard time getting out is because once we're done with this zone, I think we're done with it. I think Bitcoin Cash knows that. Maybe the market makers know that, if there are any market makers for Bitcoin Cash, investors, right? Any person that's got their eyes on this thing. We all know it's not going to be here for too long. So I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas here, talking. It looks a lot more respected on the weekly chart than the daily chart, but I definitely do believe we're going to go up. I feel like I had something else that I wanted to say, but I might just end the video there. What was it, man? What was it? See, if I said, all right, that's it, video's done, then I would know what I was going to say. Then I would continue the video for another 5 minutes talking, right? But the fact that I haven't said that yet, I feel like it pertained around the world events that are going on. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, so not that necessarily, but a lot of people are talking about October being a bullish month, right? They say Bulltober, Uptober, whatever for crypto, right? Apparently it's a bullish month. I haven't done my long-term, my October analysis for Bitcoin. I am going to do that after this video here, but Octobers generally are good, yes, for Bitcoin, especially the end of October, which a lot of people seem to forget is the end of October. That tends to be good. It finishes with the bang. It might not start with the bang, but I find it comical. Like genuinely, guys, it made me laugh today. It made me shake my head and be like, "Oh, are you serious?" and laugh. I like all the things, man. Whenever I was looking at X.com and seeing how many people are saying Bulltober's a lie, or everybody was bullish for October, so now we're going down. That's how it works. Like everybody's so quick to be bearish, when if you look at this percentage right here, right, it's the 3rd of October right now, right? It's the very beginning of the 3rd of October. We are not even 4 hours into the 3rd day of October. Not even 4 hours into it. We are down 2.9%. Okay? We're down 2.9% in less than 3 days' time, over 2 days' time. 2.9%. And people are giving up on October already, saying that, that it's not going to be bullish anymore. It doesn't make sense to me. And that's even more reason why I think things are going to go up. People are so quick to be bearish, right? It's like we're traumatized with this past 6 months of price action. People are very quick to be bearish. It took a lot, right? People were hesitant to be bullish, right? Whenever we started doing this, people still weren't bullish. People still weren't bullish. But over like this time frame here, that's when everyone got bullish. It's no wonder that we went down. Now everyone seems to be bearish again. It wouldn't surprise me if we went up. So, anyways, guys, that's all I got. I'm just rambling at this point, spitballing ideas here. The daily RSI for Bitcoin Cash is very neutral, to be fair, with a bullish posturing. Definitely more bullish, relatively speaking, but neutral around, right? Overall, right? You're not getting oversold, not getting overbought, and so that's just neutral. But I would say, I don't know. I was gonna say, relatively speaking, it looks like you're living above the 50 more, but maybe not. I don't know. It'd be nice to get above the 50. It'd be nice to maintain these higher lows in the daily RSI. That's what makes it like look somewhat productive, is these higher lows, right? And it would be nice to not live below the 50 for too long. So the quicker that we get up, the better. And that, I forget if I said it, because this is my second take with this video. I forget if I said it earlier, but I'll say it again just in case I didn't. But moving up fast out of the zone, getting above the 50, that's what I want for the RSI on the daily here. That makes sense with what we've seen on these moves up prior, right? Like this low here and this low here, our most recent two lows, right? This is a low, this is a low, this is a low. Just comparing the idea of what this next move up might behave like compared to our recent behavior, right? You move down, it took you 6 days to move down, it took you 3 days to move up. Right? It took you weeks to move down. It took you 1 week to move up, right? So I'm just saying it took us 6 days to move down here. I bet it takes us less time to move up. We probably won't live down here for too long. I would expect, it's Thursday right now. I would expect by the end of the week, literally by the end of this week, by Sunday, by this week's close, which right now, as of right now, we have 3 days and 21 hours left, like quite literally 21 hours left. I would bet that we're back above 350. We're at 320 now, right? And that's not super specific, right? Like that's not that far away. I guess that is super specific, but that's not a hard call to make because it's not that far away. But that's the expectation, is that by the end of this week, we're either going to be around 350 or much higher, like higher than this high. So it starts here. We're moving up. I definitely believe that we're moving up from here. I don't believe that we're going to go lower. I got nothing else I want to say. If you guys like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I appreciate all of you for being here. Thank you very much. To anybody and everybody who's, I don't know, having a hard time in the markets right now, just be patient, man. And that's so much easier said than done. But I know it, man. I've got friends, I've got family members, I've got people who I've met through this YouTube channel who are hitting me up in my DMs, who are telling me, and I'm not just the people through here. I'm talking about friends and family more specifically. But they're telling me they're not sure about the crypto market. They feel like they made a mistake. They're hearing all the doom and gloom stuff. Just keep your head right, guys. Like, try not to eat the media bait so much, right? Look at the fundamentals of the cryptos that you're buying. Look at the fundamentals of the charts and crypto as a whole. Remember why you got in, right? It makes the media seem like exactly what it is, which is noise, right? This stuff is the future. It literally is the future. Crypto is the future. We are in the beginning phases of crypto becoming integrated into society, right? It's not even integrated yet. Like, we're in the early phases. Things are going to get crazy, right? They're not going to be as crazy as prior bull cycles, but they're still going to be crazy, right? It's not the time yet for this crypto bubble to pop, if that's anybody's concern, right? And the crypto bubble pops every 4 years. It does it every 4 years. It resets and then it blows up again, right? I think that the altcoin craze, like how you can just kind of close your eyes and pick a random coin out of the top 500 and probably land a solid like 20 to 100x, or maybe even more than that, just by randomly guessing on any coin in the top 500. The fact that you can do that now, and you've basically been able to do that since 2017, I think that will go away probably in the coming cycles, if not the next cycle. This might be the last cycle where you can kind of just blindly get into stuff, but it still is the cycle where I feel like a lot of crypto is going to pump. Just be patient. Just be patient. Things are not as bad as they seem. At least I don't think they are. And I think that oftentimes right before we're about to do the most bullish stuff, things really do seem like they're about to do their worst, right? So it's just kind of, and it's the media that makes it seem like that, right? I don't even know if that's 100% true, because I don't pay attention to the media completely 100%. Like I do, but I try not to bite into it that much. So I don't know how negative on the markets the overall media is, but it does seem like people are worried, not just about crypto, but about like the overall state of the economy and the markets as a whole. So, dude, I'm just rambling. I'm rambling and rambling at this point. Generally speaking, when there's fear in the streets, when there's blood and fear in the streets, that's whenever opportunity is abound. So seize the opportunity while it's here. It won't be here for long. I very much do believe by the end of this week, guys, we're going to be higher. That's all I got to say. Like when I say higher, above 350, we're at 320 now. So hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. Sorry, not sorry I rambled at the end there. I just had to get it out, I guess. All right, take care. Bye-bye.